Earlier this year, I almost made a mistake that would have cost me a lot of money, and I wouldn't have realized any profits had I done it. I was caught in a dilemma between buying a car and buying a bike. I've always wanted to buy a car, and I've always wanted to own a bike one day for commercial purposes. However, that decision that I took essentially brought me to making this video because I feel like I made the best decision I've ever done in my entire life. Should I have bought a car? Maybe, but I wouldn't have realized what I am about to dive into on this video. So guys, stick around and I will break it down why buying a bike is so much better than buying a car, especially if you are going to be using it for commercial purposes. Now let's dive deep into why buying a bike is so much better than buying a car. Number one, buying a bike is so much cheaper than buying a car. That is the most basic and the most straightforward answer that I can ever give you. Now think about it. If you had two options and you are under a certain budget, right? And you need something that is going to be generating money for you. Now, would you go and buy something that is less and convenient or more and pricey? I would go for this one because this one is so convenient for me and it might, if not will, generate a lot of money for me. Yes, both will at different aspects. However, this would be so much convenient for me because I'm under a certain budget. So to be straightforward and simple and plain, buying a bike is so much cheaper than buying a car. The second reason why a bike is so much better than the car is fuel consumption. Now, the bike that I bought is a 150cc big boy bike. The bike's capacity is 15 liters. Now, I did some calculations. The price for petrol right now is 22 Rand 93 cents. And if I am to do a quick calculation, please bear with me, guys. So let me say 22 Rand 0.93 multiplied by 15 liters. That is 343 rands 95 cents. Now, the same amount would go for a car. Let's say I am pouring 343 rands on a bike and 343 rands on a car, and we do the same number of deliveries, the same number, we actually working the whole day. Chances are the bike is going to run a lot more, or it's going to run for the whole day as compared to the car. The car might run for the whole day, it might work for the whole day, but it might have to pour more petrol towards the end of the day to continue as compared to a bike. So when it comes to fuel consumption, the bike is a better option of the two. Now, the third thing that is so much better with a bike is maintenance. Now, what I mean by maintenance is I mean service. When you have to do service on a bike, you literally have to do just minor things, changing the spark plug, checking if your chain is still well, checking your tires if they're still okay, checking the motor of the bike is still okay, it's up and running, and that's it. You don't have to do a lot when it comes to a bike, changing the oil as well. I think that would cost you even less than 1,000 rands to change all three or everything that is on the bike. As compared to a car. A car, when you do service, I don't even have to go deep into detail how much money you are going to pour into servicing a car. Now, number one, it was affordability. Number two, it was fuel consumption. Number three is maintenance. Now, those are the advantages of buying a bike as compared to buying a car. However, buying a bike has its own disadvantages as well. And I took that into account before going to buy a bike. Now, I need to make this clear, guys. Before you indulge yourself in any kind of a business, you need to learn the risks and the things that might not go well before investing your money into anything that you want to buy. And I need to stress this enough because I am not going to sit here and say there are no risks to owning a bike. There are a lot of risks. The risk that is so crucial, or the one that comes into mind the most, is your bike being stolen. It's inevitable. I mean, even your car can be stolen, but stealing your bike and having to recover it, the chances of you recovering your bike are very slim. However, yes, it is so crucial to have a tracker there. However, it's also easy to find a tracker on a bike. I mean, the thing is so small. You can literally just strip it up and you can find the tracker like within maybe 5 minutes. I don't know. And your bike is gone. So I know there are risks. However, if I am going to be a business owner, I need to take those risks into account and I need to weigh my options before investing my money into something. So I need to counter those risks, like finding 2 trackers, 3 trackers, whatever that you can do to make sure that your bike is secure and to make sure that your asset is not being tampered with. Okay, you need to protect your asset. If you don't protect your asset, then you will lose your asset. So you need to make sure that everything that you deem as your own asset, you need to protect it so that it can generate money for you. And Bob's your uncle. Now, the last reason why a bike is the winner is my return on investment. Some call it your ROI. Now, the return on investment, basically on a typical basic level, meaning it means your return on investment is self-explanatory. What I mean by that is the amount of money you put out there to buy this asset, you need to get return from it. So you need to make profit from it, whether it's break even or you're making profit from it. So how long does it take you to realize your profits on the asset that you've bought? Now, buying a bike, which was 21,000 when I bought it, I am expecting to make a return on investment upon calculation within the next 3 months, right? From the bike being operational, from the day it starts operating and working, I'm expecting to make returns within the next 3 months. Now, how am I planning on doing this? Well, I have a fixed amount that I have agreed with the driver that is going to be renting the bike. Now, I set a target. I say, pay me X amount of money each and every week. And that is basically going to make sure that I get my ROI within a certain period. Now, it is not necessarily guaranteed that I'm going to reach it on that exact same period, simply because there are obstacles on the road. No business has worked without any obstacles. No business has thrived without any obstacles. Now, I wouldn't realize anything if I didn't plan ahead. Now, return on investment is not guaranteed. However, you make it so that it is either guaranteed or you break even. Whatever the case may be, you need to make sure that at least you break even. What does break even means? It means that whatever you put out there to buy the bike, at least by the time whatever happens, maybe your bike gets into an accident and it's written off, at least you have made exactly, if not a bit more than the amount of money you have spent when you bought the bike. So if I bought the bike, well, I did buy the bike at 21,000 rands. If anything happens on the road, my bike gets stolen or my bike crashes and it's beyond repair, then I would have made at least 21,000, and then that's break even. It's also a good thing to make profit, because the reason why I bought the bike is I'm planning on making profit from it, right? So that's the best bet. Now, having a car, which if I was in the budget of buying a car with 21,000, I was never going to buy a car at 21,000. The best thing I would do was to deposit the car with that 21,000 and having to pay back the car or pay back that loan or whatever, like paying the monthly installments each and every month with a ridiculous interest rate. And I wouldn't be very comfortable paying the car like that, especially if it's not something that I am like, it wasn't on my initial plans. What I was going for personally was owning a bike, not renting a bike. Now, the person who's going to be renting a bike is someone that's going to be working for me and making money for me and themselves. So we agree, me and the driver, that you are going to be using the bike for X amount of time, and you are going to be generating whatever amount you're generating. I just need a portion every week of that amount, and my return on investment is going to be high or low depending on how the driver is working. However, it is so crucial that you choose the right person for your bike. Now, there's risks. I'm not going to be talking as though there's no risks on this business. There is so much that could happen. So you need to make sure that whatever you do, whether you decide to buy a bike or whether you decide to buy a car, insure your bike. Put trackers, put multiple trackers if you can. Just make sure that you insure your bike, whether it gets into an accident or you break something on the bike. Make sure that it is insured. It is going to save you a lot of money. As much as insurance companies are charging us ridiculous amounts of money, however, it is so much better to insure your bike so that you know that whatever happens, you are covered. If it gets stolen, you can get another bike and you're stress free. So make sure that whatever decision you make, insure your asset. Now, thank you very much, guys, for watching all the way through to this part of the video. Now, again, this is not financial advice. This is not what we deem as advice of any kind. It's just me basically telling you what I chose and what I think is so much better. And if you agree, please like this video and comment down below which is, maybe I'm talking nonsense, maybe I'm talking something that is just out of your comfort zone and you prefer having a car as compared to a bike. It's up to you guys. Whatever you decide is all up to you. I'm just planting a seed out there, and hopefully if you are here on this channel, you know that I mainly focus on maximizing profit than keeping a depreciating asset or liability that is basically draining me, and it's taking more money from me, and it's also stressing me all the time. Another thing that I need to point out that I forgot on the previous segments is that it is less stressful to own a bike as compared to having a car. It is so less stressful, and the admin of having a bike is so less painful or stressful. Like, the admin part is right here when you're still looking for a driver, when you're still looking for your insurance, and when you are looking for a tracking company that you're going to be working with, and all those things like finding a driver, all those things, those are the stressful part. But all that is here at the beginning, just after you've bought the bike and stuff. That stressful part is just here at the beginning. Everything else is smooth. You don't even have to stress about like putting so much effort on the bike and checking the driver and doing all kinds of things. Yes, you need to keep track of your business. It's your business. You have to take care of your business. However, you don't need to put so much effort into checking on the driver, what's happening and all that. You just let it happen. You just watch your business make money from you. And yeah, I like easy business, something that gives you money without even having to stress you and stuff. So yeah, guys, I feel like I have done justice to this video, and I hope I have. And please comment, guys, engage with me, tell me what you think, and should I drop more videos about, because I am so passionate about these side hustles that I tend to give out too much information, which is not a bad thing, because I want you guys to know these things. I want you guys to invest in these things. I want you guys to know what it's like to own a bike, or what it's like to be a business owner. It's so stress-free. I mean, I need to stay away from the rat race. I need to stay away from the 9 to 5. I need to find multiple streams of income, and I want you guys to join in. Tell me what your business have been like, and what other businesses are out there for me maybe to try on, because if it's business related, I'm happy to dig in. So thank you very much to all those who have watched this video up to this point, and please subscribe. All of those who haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Please subscribe, and I hope I will see you on the next video. Cheers.